What's up, everyone? I just wanted to briefly show you guys a little bit about how warping in Ableton works. And this was one of the more frustrating things for me when I first started learning how to use Ableton. So I wanted to give you guys out there some quick, easy tips. And this video really shouldn't be too long because once you understand the basics, it's pretty easy to get things to warp. Warping is really great for a couple things. Number one, it's great for if you want to transpose the key of a song. So right now I have the song Awaken Me by Jesus Culture in here. So right now it's an A, but let's say my vocalist likes it better in C or D. Warping allows me to change the pitch of the loop without worrying about how fast or how slow the song actually plays. The other reason why it's good is because it's great to have everything locked to a grid and to have either Ableton's click or if you use something like Foundations, able to sync up to it and kind of glued to whatever tempo you have the master tempo set to. So let's just start really quick. If I play this song here or this loop,
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And if I turn my click on here, it's obviously not in sync. Now, one easy way to fix that, of course, is to change the master tempo up here to the right BPM. So this should work now.
1, 2.
There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But let's say you wanted the track maybe a little bit faster, a little bit slower. This is where warping comes into play. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go down here to the bottom right and tap on this little box, and that will bring up the overall track. Now, a couple of things that are important to know. First off, I recommend having your master tempo set to the right tempo of the song. All right, once you do that, all you do is hit this button, warp, and it should warp it automatically. Now you see here that the segment BPM is 135. That's because it's mirroring the master tempo. If I change this though, warping won't work correctly. So this needs to be the native tempo of the track at the way it was recorded. So if this says 136 or 138 or 140, no matter what I do, it will not warp correctly. So now that I have this warped, you'll see nothing really changed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
However, let's say I want the song faster. Because this is warped, now if I type in 140 and hit enter, the song will speed up in time. Here's 160.
Build.
So you can see I have a lot more flexibility over the tempos that I set.
1.
The other cool thing about this too is that this transpose button over here on the left hand side, if I move this up or down, it will change the key without speeding my song up or slowing it down.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, I'm sure you heard her voice got all chipmunky. One of the great features of Ableton right here is the ability to warp with different features set. I like using Complex for loops, but for Complex Pro, this really smooths out the voice. So now if I do this and I go back to playing it, let's see here.
Build.
You can hear her voice is a lot more natural. I'll do it
2.
again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's certainly a lot better than what was there before. So warping can be tricky. It can give you a hard time. If you have a hard time warping things, you can always zoom in over here by just clicking on this one that goes to the magnifying glass and dragging up or down. From there, you can tell Ableton where to warp. So most of these songs, or especially these loops, are pretty easy because the click is set there for you. But if you're having a hard time, this is a great way to look into different options to move things around. Like, for example, I can grab this, I can drag it to a grid, more left or more to the right. So there's a lot of tricks there that we can get into later on. But I wanted to give you guys a basic overview of how to warp in Ableton.